we want to celebrate a small birthday this year at the Hannover show, which is the 40th birthday of the PC control technology. And for this, I asked Hans to join me. So Hans, in 1986, Germany lost 3-2 against Argentina in the World Cup final.
Oh,
I just looked it up. It was a player named Jorge Burrachaga who made the 3-2 in the 83 minute.
okay, yeah. 1986. Huh?
Yeah, 1986.
Yeah.
But 4 years later, we could do it in Italy again. So
Yeah,
it's a good omen, maybe. But also in 1986, Beckhoff introduced the C4000, the very first industrial PC. And we brought one with us. What can you tell me about this beautiful piece of technology?
Yeah, I'm feeling at home. It's my youth, my youth, and it's really out of the good old days. You see, very robust design. Tubes instead of LCD screens. LCD screens were not available at all. And we already had a PC-like keyboard on the front, and we didn't have a mouse, or we didn't have a touch functionality. Instead, we had this cursor type of operation. And so it looks a little bit old-fashioned today, but it includes already all the principles of PC control we have today. So take the elements of a PC, develop it completely new in form of an industry PC, but stay with the compatibility to standard PCs. And then you have a wonderful base, a wonderful industrial workstation for controlling a machine. And for sure, you have to add some software. In these times, the PC was running under the DOS operating system, and our software was called S2000. It included already PLC and included also a lot of motion. So a lot of the functionality we have today was in its first steps implemented already in the 1990s.
Yeah. And of course, the form factor changed, but I think today you can also still get a Beckhoff PC with a foil keyboard and all the elements which we already had back then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And we always looked at design. If you look at these keys, they have a three-dimensional look, which was also by itself a revolution in these times, because before this, all keys were made without fantasy.
Yeah. But I think today it's still very important to you to look for the design of our products. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a robust, but for its times also beautiful design. And if I may mention, some of these PCs are still in operation, so we are still repairing them. So we always look also at the longevity of our products. And these C4000 series is a good example. So after almost 30 years, there are still machines running with our controls. And if there is a problem, we still try to repair them.
Yeah. So not only beautiful in design, but also beautiful in functionality. What was the market feedback in 1986 for PC control?
In fact, we showed it for the first time officially in the year 1990, exactly here on the Hannover show. It was our first Hannover show. Very small booth, 6 meters times 6 meters, but it got sometimes really crowded because this principle, take a PC, take a fast field bus, it was our light bus, our fiber optic based field bus, and build some I/O modules and take a lot of software and control the machine. This was completely new. It was revolutionary. You couldn't find it in these times on other booths. Different to today, where almost anybody is doing this kind of technology. But in these times, it was revolutionary, so it generated a lot of interest for the competition and also for journalists, for the public.
Yeah. So nowadays it's an industry standard, and I think that's also because of the continuous effort which we put in there. So if we look at the device from 1990 and compare it to the device from 2026. This is also a panel PC, yeah? So it has an integrated logic, but of course, completely different specification.
Yeah, but it's an amazing progress. No? So if you look at the CPUs which are working inside, for instance, so then we have, this was the 386 in the beginning and 486 of around 1990. Some people will remember the 486. And the clock rate was about 30 megahertz.
Yeah.
And today we have 2 gigahertz, and we have not one core, we have 8 cores working in this beautiful small PC. So the performance has almost grown by a factor of 100 or even more in these times. And this is what we promised from the beginning. Dear customer, if you choose the PC control technology from Beckhoff, every year you will experience a faster, smarter control because of hardware progress and because of software progress. And it's interesting to see. So this is this one is more than 100 times faster, and it is also, would say, 50 times smaller.
Yeah. About.
and it's also getting less expensive. So this one we sold for about 6,000 euros.
Yeah.
And this today is 1,000 or 1,500.
Yeah. So it's an amazing progress. Very good to see that you and Mr. Moore were very right about the advancement in the direction of the technology.
Yeah, the Moore's law, which has been declared dead for a lot of years, but it's still alive.
Yeah.
And the engineering fantasy is smarter than all the journalists who are writing articles about the end of Moore's law.
Yeah.
So we can expect that the performance will grow further in the next years. And on this show, we see an example. The combination with artificial intelligence needs more performance, and we are providing it.
Yeah, it can be integrated by bringing the GPU into the IPC, for example. So
there is a tendency that Intel is integrating already some functionality into their standard CPUs,
Yep.
so that you can do, let's say, smaller inference runtimes directly with the Intel CPU. And for sure, we can add a co-processor, which is then bringing the performance which is needed for real artificial intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually using these AVX commands also in the Explanat to execute the position feedback there. So it's already in the Beckhoff technology.
Yeah, there we do not have a special GPU. So
exactly.
we are doing the neural network technology inside the x86 architecture, which is for a lot of samples for applications working. Yeah?
So AI brings us a lot of possibilities, a lot of comfort in the engineering side, as we are also showing it on the booth, a lot of efficiency. Do you also see some challenges with AI?
Well, it's changing maybe the rules, the possibilities. First, it changes the technological possibilities, so new ideas can be generated on this new technological approach. You see, when databases became a reality, so somebody could start to think about how to use a database for something, and this was a small change in the way program solutions have been made. But compared to artificial intelligence, it may be a little bit similar. Now we have artificial intelligence as a building block, which we can integrate into our functionality, and this is what we always have done. We saw Trinket, our software, as a platform for integrating all different approaches or all different functions you need for a high-end automation. So therefore, we integrated vision, we integrated loop control, we integrated motion for sure, we integrated a lot of scientific automation, as we call it, so measurements and analytics, and we integrated a lot of communication functionality. And on top of this, now we are adding as a function block, LLM, so large language models. And this is a very, very important step because we are using these LLMs not only for engineering tasks, which is more or less an offline support for an automation solution, but we are using it directly for controlling the machine, which we're also showing here on the show. And this means we integrated the functionality very nicely and very smart into Trinket, so that from the PLC you can call the LLM, and also the other way around, the LLM can call PLC function. So it's very nicely integrated. And on top of this, we show it running on a local PC, on a local CPU, so we do not need a cloud anymore. So we used a highly optimized small LLM together with a high-end GPU card in a PC, and this works good. So it's the way to go.
So even today, with AI as a new trend, we can utilize the PC-based technology, maybe change or add one or two additional components to it, keep the automation software, add also the interfaces to operate with to interoperate with the generative AI, and then you can also benefit from all aspects of the latest, greatest technology.
Yeah, our customers can expect from us that we are really integrating this functionality, and so they will suddenly they will find that they can have from Beckhoff a control with integrated LLM, and they can use it for their purposes. So they don't have to worry about changes in technology that they cannot cover. So with Beckhoff PC control and Beckhoff AI technology, we are bringing, as we think, a very, very good solution already now into standard machine controls.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Hans. I think that's a very good and a very calming message for all our customers. They can be sure we try to keep them in the lead. Have a wonderful day here at the exhibition, and see you later.
Thanks.